Yeah, great. So my first question for you is, who are you? What's your company called, and where are you located at?
My name is Garrett Howard. I'm operations manager for Alameda Electric. We're located in Portland, Oregon. We also have offices in Bend, Oregon as well.
Awesome. Can you describe to me kind of like your main challenges or issues that you guys were facing as far as like advertising and marketing and getting more leads and stuff like that for the generators before we started working together?
Yeah, so generators it's a specific product. We've always advertised ourselves as a do-it-all electrician without much of a focus at any one segment. So we were getting our leads primarily from the manufacturer. We're a Generac rep, and those leads go out to all the Generac reps, installers in the area. So, and the quality, may or may not be the best. So there's a lot of different factors that, make those leads, I would say, you don't want to rely 100% on those leads. In other words,
Yeah, because they're not exclusive and stuff too, right? So it's like you got to fight with other people, almost kind of like some of those lead marketplaces or something like that too.
right. And then it gets to be about price, and it's, and we're trying to sell a quality product. And we also don't want to waste a lot of time, on leads that aren't going to go anywhere, because we're all about conversion rates and, doing jobs. So that, generating essentially a new channel, a new funnel for leads for our business has been really impactful.
Awesome. So besides the factory, were you using any methods or any strategies to get leads before we started working together? Like, did you do any other sorts of advertising?
No, this is our first, we designed and put up a website, but and we did a little bit of, ad boosting on Facebook, because we had a Facebook page as well, but with very little payback.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I've told you this before, but honestly, I don't know if I've ever met anybody who's got like a positive ROI on boosting ads on Facebook. I don't really know why they do it. I think it's kind of just like a cash grab, to be honest with you. But yeah, it seems like that to me too. And it's unfortunate too, because a lot of people get confused. So I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people get confused about that, and they're like, well, I've done ads on Facebook before, and it's like, well, you boosted posts, but it's not clear to someone who doesn't like do it full time or know a lot about it what the difference is. So a lot of the times people get kind of dissuaded from like trying ads on Facebook and Instagram because they have that negative experience, with like boosting posts and stuff. I feel like, right? So, okay. So how has the service that I provide you with the generator advertising helped to address or solve some of those problems that you guys had before we started working together?
Well, I mean, SwiftSocial has been a game changer for our marketing campaign. We get consistent leads every week. They're quality leads. SwiftSocial has done a great job of understanding our brand and putting that message out into the world. So when we do get in contact with a customer, their perception of us aligns very well with who we actually are. And I think that makes for a consistent experience for us and for the customer. And then it's also just, it's boosted, not only like has it generated leads, but it's just created sort of a little bit of a buzz around our company. So we have like our distributor reps saying, "Hey, I saw your ad on Facebook." We have, competitors in the marketplace who we have relationships with and are friendly with, coming up to us and say, "Hey, I saw your ad." And then, we have, of course, a lot of just interested customers out there who are reaching out to us through the landing pages that SwiftSocial has created, or sometimes they'll see our ad and then they'll go to our website and, investigate us a little bit more, and then, just
Yeah.
calls on the phone. So it's just getting our name out there, which is fantastic, and it's really helping us grow the generator business.
Awesome. Yeah, that's something really cool about doing the advertising for a long time too. That I've noticed because we've been working together since, was it like last November or something? Or I feel like it was later last year, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been over. It was in 2023 sometime that we started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause that's what I was saying is it's kind of cool, because if you do the ads and stuff like that, like you said, like maybe people don't necessarily, see that on Facebook, go through the funnel and stuff like that and become a lead like that right away. But it's like if people, maybe they're not in the market for a generator right at that moment when they see the ads, but you just kind of they build up that association, in their mind with, like your company, Alameda Electric and generators. So when the time comes in their life that them or somebody that they know, ends up needing a generator or they're interested in it, you're the first person that comes to mind. And then, like you said, maybe they go to your website and fill it out that way or get in contact with you like that. But that's awesome. Next question is, what tangible results have you seen working with us? Like such as number of jobs, how many installs have you guys done, or revenue or stuff like that? If you have those numbers off the top of your head, or ballparks too. Also.
I mean, ballparks, we do 3 to 4 generators a month
Mhm.
that come from SwiftSocial.
Awesome.
Those leads come from SwiftSocial. We, we get probably 4 to 5 leads every week, at least. They tend to come in waves as well. Like, but we'll just get a bunch of leads will come in at one time, and we'll reach out to those people, and we'll start a conversation there. As far as I don't have the revenue numbers in front of me, but it's a significant portion of what our generator business is. We still get the leads from the manufacturer, and I don't want to totally discount those. Like, where you just don't want to be dependent on any one source. Like, if you can diversify your leads, like, which is part of the reason why I really enjoy working with SwiftSocial is we've gotten to a place where we're not dependent on any one source of leads. Like, we have an ample amount coming through, and we also have of course worded mouth, but the ad campaign helps with that. I had a customer call me who we did a really nice job for, and he said, yeah, I hear you guys, great things about you. Like, you're one of the best generator installers in the area. I've gotten multiple references, and that was all sort of built not just on references, but just on sort of like the general messaging and branding that I think we've created online with SwiftSocial's help. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I'd say too, it's probably, I'd imagine probably a lot less stressful too, trying to grow that side of the business when you do have those multiple channels going for you from, the manufacturer leads and the word of mouth, and then what I do for you too, instead of just, because if one channel dries up, it's like, what do you do?
yeah.
So I've heard that a lot, and that's awesome. What aspects of the system that I run for you would you say that you find most valuable?
Well, so the great thing is that your expertise is social media, and you are great at creating ad copy and getting people to engage and read it and fill out the form. My customers are often interested, like, in this whole, like, how did you create this social media? And I tell them about you and tell them about kind of the journey we've been on, and how you've like worked to understand our company and write a message about that. And my customers are always very interested, and some of them we joke around, like, they may be older than I am, and they may have their grandson or granddaughter help them with their iPhone. And I kind of joke around that, yeah, I have Mitch help me with this social media campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, a little foreign to me.
Mhm.
So I think just, dealing with that and just sort of, there's a difference between like going on there and like, boosting ads and not seeing results, and then kind of
Mhm.
knowing what you're doing and develop an ad campaign and then actually seeing those results come from
Yeah.
it. So I would say, like the results are the number one thing that you've done for us and that we, are really pleased with, like getting
Mhm.
those leads and converting them. Um, Also your help with lead nurturing and some of the guidelines that you've provided us with, and that I
Mhm.
put out to my company, my team, that has helped us nurture those leads.
Yeah.
And then just understanding our company and branding us like the way that you have. uh,
Mhm.
I think that just goes to show that you care, that you're listening, that you put in the time and then customize the ad
Mhm.
um, for the customer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome. And just to summarize your results too, because you were talking about earlier, you said, even aside from the word of mouth stuff, which maybe, my ads help boost that up too. And you get people, like you said, they go to the website, they fill it out, but they weren't directly from the ad, or you can't attribute it that way. But you said you're doing 3 to 4 installs per month, usually just based strictly off of the Facebook leads, right?
Correct.
Okay, awesome. So that's probably the average, like an install per week or something like that, you could say.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And also, quick question about that too is, are you like, how are you priced compared to competitors in your market? Because I think a lot of the times people might have the misconception too, where it's like, if you do Facebook and Instagram ads, all the people are super cheap, all the leads that you get, and they only want the lowest price guy, So what's your pricing like compared to other people in there? Yeah.
So I would say that we're constantly reevaluating our pricing and comparing ourselves to where we are in the
Mhm.
market. And I would say that maybe like a year ago we were, you know, a little lower than middle, and
Mhm.
now I'd say we've repositioned ourselves to be like a little higher than middle.
Mhm.
Like we're not the top priced one, but we're like in that top 75%.
Mhm.
So the Facebook leads um, are typically better informed in many ways on what what to expect, like
Mhm.
whatever it is about that market.
Mhm.
Um, I think maybe it's partly, that there used to be ads put out by Generac. They've done away with these ads, but they would market like $2,000 or $3,000
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
generator, and it would just really confuse the customer and set
Mhm.
them up for disappointment when they see what an
Yeah,
actual install.
for sure.
Now they've
Yeah.
done away with that, but you don't have any of that. And when you're doing the Facebook, and
Mhm.
a lot of the Facebook people, they have neighbors or friends who have had installations, and
Mhm.
they've obviously talked about what they paid, and so they're a little more in the know, it seems like.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I feel like if you yeah the Facebook lead is not like the low ball lead by any means.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. What would you say to other generator installers who are maybe considering working with me, but they're kind of just on the fence about it? Maybe they've been burned by other marketing companies before in the past. Unfortunately, I know that happens a lot, or just, they're on the fence about it. They're thinking about it. What would you say to them, I guess, maybe?
I would say that Mitch is going to hold up his end of the bargain, and he's going to create a great marketing campaign that will generate leads. And then the rest is on you. When those leads come in, follow his guidelines, contact them, 3 to 5 times, multiple ways: text, email, phone,
Mhm.
and those leads will turn into sales.
Mhm. Awesome. Um, Yeah, and then lastly, I guess my last question is, how would you describe your experience with us to someone who's kind of thinking about using our services overall? Maybe if you had to summarize it, kind of the same thing, but
Okay, if I had to summarize my experience with SwiftSocial, it
Mhm.
would be very what's the word when you responsive. Yeah.
Mhm.
If I
Yeah.
ask you something, or if I ask you, hey, could you tweak the ad this way? Like, it's done by the end of the day. I mean, the speed with which you like um, just reply and respond to things is amazing,
Mhm.
and you're just very straightforward. Everything you've always said, you've stuck to. Um, you got great integrity, great follow up, and very easy to work with.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so those are all my questions. Do you have anything else that maybe you think would be valuable that you could add to someone else who's watching it, who's thinking about trying it out? Or
I mean, just a lot of what I've said, I mean, your creativity and your knowledge of the social media marketing campaigns has been a game changer for us. And
Mhm.
we really enjoyed working with you every step of the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really enjoy working with you guys too. Yeah, that's all I got for now. So we'll probably stay on this call, but I'm just going to go ahead and end the recording then. So yeah, thanks so much for doing this, Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop recording.